Let's take flight.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Let's Take Flight. We are in Universal Studios, as you can see. We're going to show y'all what credit cards to use when you're at an amusement park. Which one's going to give you the most points or the most cash back? Let's go. Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Let's Take Flight. And today, as you can see, I'm fresh back from Orlando, Florida. Epic Universe, Universal Studios' newest theme park. When you get a chance, check out my video that I just posted last week. Man, I had a very amazing time. As you can see, I'm still in Nintendo World, baby. Yeah, but we had a good time, man. Check out the video. I got a lot of clips when we was there. Very great park. Very great place to take your family, especially if you got kids. And to be honest, I seen more adults there than anybody else, to be honest. But yeah, I had a very good time, and I definitely would go back. But because of that trip, I want to talk about some great credit cards to use for theme parks, amusement parks, places like Disney, Universal Studios. And throughout my research, I realized that, oh man, it is not that many cards out there. There's a very select few of credit cards that you can use for entertainment nowadays, and it's really sad. And as you can see in the thumbnail, the last one standing, none other than the Savor One card by Capital One. That's really the only credit card from the major banks that's going to give you elevated points on things like entertainment. Now when I think of entertainment, I like cards that's going to, when we talk about entertainment, I like cards that's going to give you, that's very broad when it comes to entertainment. So movie theaters, amusement parks, concerts, right? All of those combined would be considered entertainment. And when it comes to this credit card game, the Savor One card is really the last one standing, literally, because we used to have the City Custom Cash. Now that card gave you 5x back on entertainment. Now it was only up to $500, but you got 5x in City Thank You points. That was valuable. That card is discontinued. Then we had the Wells Fargo Attune card. That was another great card that was very short-lived, but that card gave you 4x back on entertainment. So concerts, movie theaters, amusement parks, all 4x in Wells Fargo points. If you took those points and combined them with, let's just say, the autograph card, there was some great value to be made. But that card is also discontinued. So now the only card we have is the Capital One Savor One card. And this is a very great card if you ask me. This card's going to give you 3x back on dining, 3x back on groceries. That's always a great one. And 3x back on entertainment. And like I said, the entertainment category is very broad. So you can't go wrong with this card when it comes to entertainment. And to take it a step further, this card is going to give you 8x on Capital One entertainment. So if you go through the Capital One portal to book your concerts, to book your sporting events, you're going to get 8x back. So that's great value. Then of course you're going to get 5x back if you book through the portal when it comes to things like hotels, flights, car rentals, vacation rentals, etc. So the Capital One card, a great card to have in your arsenal. And it comes with a no annual fee. And it comes with a no foreign transaction fee. So in my opinion, this is an amazing card to have in your arsenal if you do things like amusement parks, concerts, movie theaters, etc. Now you can also look at my video and look at the tragic mistake I made when I was at Epic Universe. Because another great honorable mention, now I can't say that you can 100% depend on this card for entertainment, but it's a great honorable mention. And that is the Chase Freedom Flex. And the only reason I say that is because This card is usually, or right now, this card is giving you 5x back on live entertainment. Now that's only for the third quarter of 2026. Now I missed out on this opportunity, unfortunately, because I went to Epic, wasn't even thinking, I was too busy having fun, and I just went right for my 2x Fidelity card, and realized after the fact I could have just used my Chase Freedom Flex and got 5x back on live entertainment. And those were some very expensive tickets, y'all. It was 5 of us, and I bought 3 tickets, and it was $200 a piece. So my total ended up being a little over $600. So imagine if I could have used my Freedom Flex. So I would have got a lot more points than my little measly 1,200 points in cash back that I got on my Fidelity Rewards card. So you got to be mindful of that when you dealing with these rotating category cards. You know, I think this is why a lot of people like the City Custom Cash, because it's pretty much going to give you 5x back on whatever category you spend the most money on. So if I would have made that $600 purchase with that card, I mean, I would have got 5x back for the $500, and then the other 100 would have been 1x, whatever. But probably still would have been a better option. And even the Wells Fargo card. So the Saber One card, in my opinion, is a great card to have in your arsenal if you enjoy going out, doing entertainment. And another thing too I want to mention, when you go to a lot of these amusement parks, right? Now, when you actually purchase the ticket at the ticket booth, that should code for entertainment. It should. 9 times out of 10 it is. But when you go inside of the amusement park, that's when things get a little tricky. You don't really know how things are going to code, because when it comes to things like buying food or buying like souvenirs, stuff like that, you don't know how that's going to code. The food is the food that you get from these amusement parks are probably going to code as dining, and when you buy souvenirs, who know, you don't know. It might code as amusement. It might code as just general purchases. So again, the Saver One card is a great option for this situation, because again, it gives you 3x back on dining as well. So even if you're inside the park getting food, you know that you're going to get most likely 3x back on the dining. If it doesn't code as entertainment, it's going to code as dining, and you'll still get 3x. So that is a great option if you ask me. Unless you just so happen to have the Chase Freedom Flex and it just so happened to be a 5x category live entertainment, then you can take advantage of that. But again, like I said, you can't really depend on that. I wouldn't get this card strictly for that, but if you just so happen to already have it, then it's a great option. But yeah, the Saver One card by Capital One, very great card to have in your arsenal when it comes to entertainment. Okay, I'll give y'all guys 2 more honorable mentions now. These are not cards from major banks. You know, these are cards from like regional banks. For instance, the Regions Prestige credit card. Now this card is going to give you 3x back at movie theaters. Also 3x back on live entertainment. Also 3x back on dining. So this card is issued by Regions Bank. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this bank is mostly in the southeast region of the country. So if you live in Georgia, South Carolina, maybe the top half of Florida, North Carolina, Tennessee, you should be able to get this card. I see Regions Bank in some of these regions. So if you enjoy cash back, this could be a great option, maybe. We also have the Associated Bank Travel Rewards card. Now this card is from, I think, Elon Financial. This is the same bank that issues the Fidelity Rewards card. I love that card, but I actually don't know much about this card right here. But from what I researched, this card gives you 4x back on things like live entertainment, movie theaters, and sports and recreation. It doesn't give you 4x back on dining, but again, we talk about entertainment. This could be a decent option if you enjoy cash back. But again, as far as the major banks, the ones that we're all familiar with, American Express, Chase, Capital One, Citi, Wells Fargo, is only one credit card standing, and that is the Capital One Saver One card. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I know this is not a long video. Just wanted to talk about some great options for entertainment. If there's any cards that I maybe have forgotten about, please get in the comment section and let me know, because entertainment is a tough category to get elevated points in nowadays. So if y'all guys know any cards out there that y'all want to share, please share in the comment section. But I appreciate y'all for y'all time, and we will see y'all in the next one. Peace, travel safe.
Let's take flight.